Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to part 3 of Caldera. So today we're going to go over the smaller cities. So we're going to start off with Lakeview up in the top right-hand corner. Then we're going to move over to the bottom left-hand corner with Beachway. And then go up to the top left-hand corner with Victoria Beach. Now, we've already seen the entirety of the Fairview area over, which is literally taking up all of the right side of the screen here. And then we still have to do the bottom of the screen, the Bay of Caldera area, and Central Cape Cove, which those are going to be two fun videos coming up. Parts 4 is Cope 5, and Part 5 is Bay of Caldera. So it's going to be pretty cool, and I can't wait. So without further ado, let's head over, and we're going to start with Lakeview. So let's do it. Alrighty. So Lakeview's a pretty nice area, but we're going to start with Spring Beach, which is just across the railroad tracks from Aspen and Coleridge beaches from last video, if you remember. So let's go. This is Spring Beach. Now, why is it named Spring Beach? Well, really, because that's what the boulevard here is named. So we just went with that. And then we have another nice curved bridge. You know how I like my curved bridges. Look at it over there. It's beautiful. Got a nice video on that. Washington bus route. Washington Boulevard bus route. Go watch it. Get to drive over the bridge. So yeah, gonna do one of them for this too. We have Spring Boulevard here, bus route. Gonna go over that bridge. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be one of the next videos. Alrighty, so Spring Beach, it's rural town just like the rest of the beaches. Have a nice marina pier, restaurant, hotel here. Yeah. And then it's mostly all 2-lane streets. You got a bike path on this one, so bikers can just take your bike out right along the bay here. It's got a nice view. If the world didn't end, you'd have much more beautiful view. But you got the bridge. I mean, we don't have many hotels on this side because of the bridge. If you're a tourist, a small town tourist or whatever, you want to walk out the hotel, get on the beach, and just see that beautiful openness. And the bridge doesn't really do that. I mean, we have a couple of hotels on this side of the bridge, but other than that, most of the hotels, we have another Spring Hill Suites. Yes, don't ask, don't. And then most of our hotels, we have a Homewood. They're all over on the outside because that's where the better views are. And then you get that beautiful view of the edge of the map. And so that's all with Spring Beach. Now let's head across the bay here to Lakeview. This is the city of Lakeview. Beautiful area, nice. Alrighty, so Lakeview has several neighborhoods. It's a nice little town. We start with Beachland Heights. I guess they're ripping off Beachland from Fairview. I don't know. But yeah, this nice little end slate would be Beachland Heights. We have an Infinity Hotel here. Looks good, looks good. Now this area gets a lot from the sunrise. So we shoot Fairview and sunset, so the sun is mostly gonna be this way, but get a good sunrise coming from this way right over the mountains, and then they get a little bit of sunset. You can see some of the rays, but yeah. And then this is the area of Lakeview right here. That would be this entire encompassing area. Very large neighborhood here. We have a mega school here that I built because, well, the population did schooling, so huge campus. We have multiple elementary, middle, and high schools here. It's a mega school, really. It's basically the size of a college. I mean, you have fields deluxe over there, some more basketball courts, gym, actually 2 gyms. Look at that. And then high school facilities, grammar school facilities, the works there. Ooh. And then nice little park across the street. So yeah, looking good here. And then come over this area right over here, this little place is called Cozy Beach, and this is the main shopping district of Lakeview. This is where I actually went buku on my assets. So, and you're gonna see a lot more asset diversity starting around here. Um, we have community center, big mall. Well, that'd actually be small mall. Big Hilton, another strip mall. Camera. Another business place. Um, big hotel. Right? Grand Old Church. This is completely out of place. So, but hey, it works. And then it's actually a church office building here. And then we have another school, bus depot, strip mall, big bus depot. Whew. More commercial buildings, mall parking garages, mall movie theater. This has to be another hotel. And then huge Skylines mall set. This is the smaller of the two main shopping centers. It looks completely dead. Yeah, that's because I didn't know how to do any of this when I made that. So we're just gonna overlook that. Yeah. And we have a nice wealthier neighborhood avenue type deal here, and this road goes out the map. Then we have Meadow Beach, I think. Meadow Square. And then next up we have Meadow Square. That's going to be this entire area between the interstates. So it's a nice little place, mostly residential, some commercial areas along Spring Boulevard here. And this area technically would extend past the map border, but map border's here, so rest in peace. And then we have the train line. Yeah, this is where our train traffic jams come from. Yes, we have a scene of this train coming in here. This is Alta lines, I guess. Okay, nice big mixed freight. He's just gonna head right on in. And, Amtrak's also moving. I had the simulation pause for most of that section, but oh well. So I just like looking at it. And then this is the um, catastrophe that comes with the map, let's say. I didn't have the heart to redo it, but makes a good place for water towers. And then yeah, and then this is actually Lakeview Avenue here. Heads right on in. This is kind of sort of back Main Street, I guess. It heads into the area, the industrial area, which we here in Lakeview like to call Anchor Beach, although there really isn't much of a beach at all. But this is your main industrial area of Lakeview, and actually includes downtown Lakeview, which is very small. It is very small downtown. I liked it more of a residential town, but we still made room for some giant hotels, like the Lowe's Hotel here. And then we have a couple of office buildings. Most of these were actually hotels because Lakeview is a very nice tourist destination. They have the huge shopping district over here. This is actually the largest shopping district on the map. Huge malls. Everybody has an outlet there. And then it's right on the beachfront. Look at this. So that's where the huge hotel complexes were allowed to build. You just take the bus on down. It's like a 5-minute bus ride because the bus has a lot of stops. And yeah. Lastly, we have this little triangle neighborhood that we call Delta Heights because it's a triangle. Learn your Greek. And yeah. Used to have some huge traffic jams over here. I'm glad they got sorted. Speaking of traffic jams, in the last video, I actually lost 147,000 people while recording. And that's all of the city of Lakeview. So let's now head on to Beachway. Small little town. Nice. Beachway. It's a small little town. Very straightforward. Downtown is definitely bigger than Lakeview's, but they don't have the skyscrapers. These are all just smaller, high-rise buildings. Um, if you were in New York or something, you'd call them low rises. But hey, it works. It works. We have a science center. Look at that. But yeah, this is Beachway. You saw most of the town in the intro, and you're probably good with that. But that's okay. So let's continue on. We have a nice municipality airport here for the aviation club. Looks nice. Whole lot of parking for it, but yeah, this is actually for the buses, so they don't go everywhere berserk. Um, Now we have downtown Beachway. It's very nice. Very nice area, big charity hospital, some skyscraper hotels looking out across the bay. And this is pretty much east, so they get the sunrise, whereas Fairview would get the sunset. And then town is this just cutout strip from mountain. As you can see, it's still being built. So yeah, um, it's really a new place, still newly founded. We have some new skyscrapers looking over this beach because this has some beautiful views. Look at them. And then we have huge Beachway Boulevard here, just cutting the city in half. Is this more of a town or a city? I say it's a city because we have the downtown area. But yeah, and then we have big school here. But yeah, we have this huge 6-lane boulevard just straight through the town, like slash city, and then it cuts over to its interstate interchange. And yeah, this is Beachway. I mean, it's looking good here. Downtown's nice and small. It has access. We have a second interchange here. It's kind of a half slash full interchange because you have to get off slash get on here and then ride that all the way through. So, but there's not a ton of traffic, which is good. There's usually a bit of traffic here, but there really isn't right now. So I guess it's not prime time. As you can see, there's still a bit of outgoing traffic. So we got that. And other than that, we have a little bank building. Most of these would actually be hotels, but yeah, it's a nice little tourist city. We have a couple of older style buildings here, right around City Hall, which is this place, and it's a good area. Some nice Main Street type roads. So Beach was a good town to live in. I mean, we even have athletics clubs, more hotels along the waterfront. Did sea level drop? Mm. And then Beachway also has an industrial area. This is Magnolia Beach, where most of our Beachway residents are employed. This is completely an industrial area. We have some banners. We have some waterfront manors over here, but rest of it's all industry. This was all built before I got my nice warehouse zoning thing, so yeah. And then this is the power district, and can actually take the road up the mountain a bit. So yeah, Magnolia Beach is simple, industrial. Yeah, have a lot of trucks, and that's it for Beachway. Look at this small town, pretty nice. So now on to Victoria Beach. This is Cape Cove, by the way. Stay tuned for the next episode. Victoria Beach. Look at this. My goal with Victoria Beach was to make as much of a large city as possible in this tiny space. So we have an interstate that just cuts straight through it, big interchanges, huge downtown area with some big high rises. So we're going to start way in the outskirts over here, or what you could technically consider the outskirts. We have, this is the cut through, where the cut through interstate starts. But you can take this interstate straight through into Cape Cove, or you have to go through Fairview on the main interstate itself. So we have a lot of traffic, a whole lot of traffic. They're just coming in. Excuse how my mods handle the map border. It's ridiculous. But yeah, this is an outskirts area, a lot of middle class homes. This is technically would be your suburb, Victoria Beach, but it's all incorporated in the city. Don't even have the first exit yet. The interstate just cuts straight through everything. And in reality, though, I think this entire interstate would be raised so all the streets could go under it. But this is Caldera. We don't do things like that. And then I kind of wanted to do like an inner city, like everything was built before the interstate vibe here. Didn't really work. Yeah, so this is what we have. A whole lot of trucks come through. Big pier here. And then, yeah. And then this is going to start being your slums projects type area. As you can see, we have all the block houses / apartments here. So yeah, those were our outskirts area. We had Mulberry Heights and then Meadow Park right here. So yeah. Next up we have the central area. This would be your mid-city type place. Whole lot more residential houses. A little bit wealthier of a neighborhood, I guess. And this is your transition into the inner city. We have more larger businesses here, industrial sites, and then we have this would be our main shopping center. Got a Toys R Us in there. Look at that. Wish they didn't close. Also, we have Dave & Buster's right outside the business district. So we have that, and then housing projects up here, and then this would be Woodland Heights area. It's kind of split because you have industrial and business, interstate, and then residential. So yeah, and as you can see, the interstate just cuts through. We had a main avenue here at one point, and now it's the interstate. I like this turn. It makes it look like the interstate came after the city, and that's kind of what I wanted to go with. And as we move into inner Victoria Beach, yes, we have an Astrodome, because why not? And then this is downtown Victoria Beach. Huge area, and I really like the transitions here. Like how they formed, and I need to do better with those on my next project. Yeah. So, actually, all of this really is Woodland Heights. So, it is a huge district. And half of downtown is part of it. So, crazy. But they didn't want to separate it after the interstate, and so it just stays. We also have an athletic club next to the Astrodome. And so this is how downtown is the same as a residential area. So just shows how small this place is. And then we have our main downtown, which is this area. And this is called King District. It's between the Central Avenue here and then the other Central Avenue Main Street. And so King Heights on the other side of the interstate is industrial. So it works out. Yeah. And so this is literally all of downtown. I mean, it is a large downtown with bigger than Lakeview's. It also has the skyscrapers that Lakeview's does. So it's the size of Beachways, but with the skyscrapers of Lakeview's, which gives it a huge this inner city vibe that I was going for. It's like you're in the downtown of a city. Just wish there was more traffic, but everybody wants to leave. Here's the traffic because, well, due to space constraints. Yeah, this is what we're doing. Fun. So yeah, huge stoplight here creates a lot of congestion. I like the congestion. And the church actually works right here. I mean, seriously. I mean, we have the bridges right in front of the church. I think it looks nice. It's on the main street. It's here, and I think it works. Have a huge Costco, government buildings, tax office, bus depot. I really think this transition works. So, because we have the residential, and then it just goes, and it's not direct. And ooh, look at this sunset here. I actually just gonna pause the game here because I really like this sunset. Look at those rays, and then you can actually see some of the building lights now. I had daylight cycle going, but yeah. And then we have our huge shopping mall. This is the biggest mall in Caldera. We have all the department stores because this is when I downloaded them all, so I wanted to use them. Huge, huge shopping center. We have Forever 31, Dillard's, the movie theater, Michael's, Planet Fitness up in the corner, Big Macy's, Jumbo Target, some other stores in the back here. We have Dollar Tree and the Lego store, Trader Joe's, Office Depot, Dillard's, Kohl's, the works. Whole lot. Even have a mini mall hotel just for the mall here. I saw that in the area where I live. And the mall has a couple of three parking garages, so that works. But added a couple of basketball courts, you know. And yeah, this is. And then lastly, we have more Manors out by the beach, and an IKEA that needs a bigger parking lot. Yeah. And so this is higher end residential. Got big school. But yeah. I really like this mall. Did good on it. A whole lot of spatial constraints, but that's okay. Still think it works, and I mean it does. So, yeah. I like it. And I hope y'all like this video because we're basically done now. So I'd like to thank y'all for watching. Look at these downtown shots. Can I get one with the rays? Ooh. We definitely gonna include some cinematics like this. Actually, if I can get the sun a little bit higher, that'd be beautiful. So yeah, we're gonna look at that. And so stay tuned for the cinematics, because I really put a lot of time into this. So, and I hope you've enjoyed. And we got Cape Cove coming up next. That is my huge detailed city. So stay tuned. We also have a couple of bus rides coming through. No other mass transit was built into this because I wanted to make the city as fast as possible. So I actually neglected the buses for a while, and we got them in now, so it works. And yeah. So to thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. So